Hey there, gang. Welcome back to Papa's Model Workshop. I'm Papa. This is my workshop. So this is the second video, I think, for the new year. I've put up a couple of Papa's quick hits videos, but I think this is the second standard video, I guess you could call it, that I've put up for the year. So anyway, Happy New Year to everybody. I just got finished doing a video feed, I guess you would call it, with my friend Ken Malysa from Model Building in Retirement. Now, I'm going to be on a live broadcast on his show this coming Friday, the 16th at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So I was really very honored that Ken asked me to be on his show. Just a little while ago, we did a dry run where we were able to talk to each other on camera just to make sure that we were able to get the technical aspect of things up and running. And I think we did pretty good with that. That was the biggest thing I was really nervous about, was getting the technical aspect here on camera working properly. So, yeah, I think that went off pretty good. Okay, so anyway, I'm looking forward to that, and check that out on Friday, the 16th. That's this coming Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Okay, let me run over a couple of things here. My friend Luis Figueroa was asking about how do you keep track of needle size? Because a lot of times the needles, they don't have any kind of an indication as to what size they are. I think Badger puts little notches on the end of the needle. And depending on how many notches are there, so in other words, if there's 2 notches, it's a 0.2 needle. If there's 3 notches, it's a 0.3 needle, and so on up the ladder. I think it's Badger. I'm not 100% sure on that. There is one that does do that. So, and I think it's Badger. So, what I actually do, Luis, is I will put a tiny little piece of masking tape, and I wrap it around the airbrush, and I'll put on that masking tape 0.5 or 0.2 or whatever needle I have put in. So that helps me keep track of at least what's inside the gun or the airbrush. And then, you know, where the little sleeve is, or the little tube where you keep your needles, if I'm putting a different size needle into the tube, then same thing. I'll put a little piece of masking tape on there, and I'll mark the needle size. And of course, you have to make sure that you keep your nozzle and, you know, the needle together, because, you know, you have to put in the same needle size as the nozzle size. So keep those things on track. And a little piece of masking tape and a Sharpie marker will do wonders for keeping track of that. Let's see. I'm going to screw this up, and I apologize. I'm going to apologize up front before I even say this name, okay? So I'm sorry. But it looks like it's Holo Skig 1. I know I'm messing that up. The spelling is HULOWSKIG 1. Anyway, his comment to me was he's just getting back into the hobby, and he's a little bit overwhelmed with all the tools and the materials and so forth. Yeah, there's a lot there, and it can be a little bit overwhelming. So here's what I will suggest. Before you run out and spend lots of money on fancy equipment and tools and so on and so forth, my suggestion is start off very slowly with just bare minimum stuff, because you don't want to spend a lot of money on a hobby that you're not positive you're going to stay with. You know, you try things out, and you know, you say, oh, this isn't really for me. As a matter of fact, if you're a regular viewer and you have seen the green 71 CUDA that I did about a year ago, I guess, that kit actually came to me through my son, Bobby, through somebody that he works with. And he bought that kit. He tried it out and he decided this isn't for me. And he gave the kit to my son to give to me because he knew that I did model building. And he did the smart thing. He didn't buy a whole lot of stuff. He bought the kit, some glue, and a couple of bottles of Tester's paint. And that was about as much of an investment that he made. So that's what I would suggest. Start off small. Get your kit, glue, a little bit of paint, maybe some tweezers, some nippers to, clip your parts off of your parts tree, or sprue as it's referred to. Start off small like that. And if you feel that, gee, I really love this hobby, by all means, at that point, you can jump in and get some more stuff, but build it slowly. Make sure you like the hobby before you start spending lots and lots of money. Just my opinion. Let's see here. Rodney Noble, he has said that he wants to start his own YouTube channel, and he was asking me about that. The best thing I can say to you, Rodney, is talk to the camera just like you were talking to somebody sitting right in front of you. Don't be nervous about it. And, just be yourself. That's the best piece of advice I can give you, is just relax, be yourself, talk to the camera like you were talking to somebody sitting right in front of you, and you'll do fine. And to Lennis Schultz over at Grandpa Mark's Hobbies. Now, Lennis is the administrator on the Grandpa Mark's Hobbies Facebook page. And he is doing a group build. It's called Build It Again Group Build. And basically, what that is, my understanding, is it's a group build where you can choose any kit that you want, but it's a kit that you did once before. So I guess the idea there is, to see what the kit may look like if you do it maybe in different colors, or you do it a different way, and then comparing the original build to the new build. And then maybe secondly, and again, I haven't spoken to him directly about this, so I'm kind of surmising this. So I hope I'm getting this right by guessing. That's what I'm doing. I'm taking an educated guess. But my guess is to see, how your skills are in the build now as opposed to when you built it the first time around. Now, this kind of goes right up my alley because if you're a regular viewer of the channel, you know that the grandchildren are down here all the time, and occasionally they grab things they're not supposed to. So this was, what is this? A 71 Cuda, all right, that I did in purple. Okay, and well, you can see the grandchildren got at this. All right, so this is in pretty bad shape. All right, I mean, there's, windshields are out and so forth. I had to really fast pause that because I could feel a sneeze coming on. So I hope I paused that and that didn't go on camera. It's funny. I mentioned that I did the dry run with Ken in anticipation of the live show this coming up Friday. And that's one of the things that I actually mentioned to him when we were talking on screen. I said, I hope I don't have a sneezing fit on live camera, because I've done that before doing my videos. And as an example, it just happened now. So anyway, let me get back to Lennis Schultz and this CUDA. So, yeah, this is in pretty bad shape. Grandchildren got at this, and this is really a good opportunity for me to revisit this build. So I repurchased this. This is it right here. It's a Revel Hemi CUDA, okay, 1971, and it is in 1/25th scale, and it is a Revell kit, okay? I said Revell this time, not Revel. Okay, I know some of you get upset at me for saying Revel. I don't know why, but that's just the way I've always pronounced it, but I'm trying to get better, and this is a Revell kit. So this will be my entry into the Lennis Schultz Build It Again group build on Grandpa Mark's Hobby channel. The other group build I want to jump into is Lucas C. Lucas C is having a group build, which I think is going to end on December 31st. It started January 1st, 2026, which was just, where are we here? Today is the 11th, so 11 days ago. And it ends on December 31st. So you have just about a year to do this. And it's a Winston Cup NASCAR build. It has to be within the years of 1981 to 1991, and I think it has to have a 110-inch wheelbase. Check out the Lucas C channel for the specific rules and so forth. I don't want to mess that up, so that's why I'm saying go check out his channel. But anyway, this is going to be my entry into that. Okay, and I'm trying to do this in such a way so I can get the glare. See, Lucas C right there. Okay, so I don't get the glare here. I've been complaining about the lights here for a while, and I finally did get a studio light. It's up there. You can't see it. And it was supposed to come in a pair. I only got one. So the second one I hope gets here quickly. I want to have one on each side to avoid shadowing. So, but anyway, this will be my entry into the Lucas C. There we go. I think that gets the glare out of there. The Lucas C channel group build. Okay. So I am excited about doing both of those. The Duesenberg is coming along. I meant to have that here so I could show it to you. I think I actually left it on the bench. I'll tell you what. Let's head back there. I'll show you quick where I am with that Duesenberg. Okay. Okay, here we are with the Duesenberg, okay, and for those of you who have not been following, this is a 1934 Duesenberg, all right, it's a monogram model in 1/24th scale, there it is, 1/24th scale, okay, and this has been a fun build. I've had a couple of issues with it, mostly self-induced. I can't really say that I've had really any problems with this kit so far because of the kit. You know, it's just boo-boos on my part, minor stuff that I have overcome, and it's coming along. So, yep, there we go. All right. And I'm hoping to wrap this up in the next few days, I guess. So I guess that's going to do it for this video, actually. I don't have too much more to say. I do have two Papa's Quick Hits videos that have been shot, and I will be uploading those soon. And as I said, today is Sunday, so I don't know, maybe tomorrow or Tuesday I'll upload one of them. And then the second one I will upload later in the week, towards the weekend. And that second one is actually dealing with a boo-boo. And I go over in that video what I did to overcome the boo-boo. All right, so I'll tell you, I think that'll do it for this one. I don't want to cover too much ground on the Duesenberg because a lot of what I have to say about the Duesenberg is in those quick hits videos that will be coming out this upcoming week. Okay, so I hope everybody had a great holiday season and a happy new year, and we're forging ahead into 2026. And I have a number of builds on my list that I want to get to. One of them is that tank that I said I wanted for my birthday. Hang on, I'm going to show you that real fast, and then I'm going to wrap this up. Hang on. Okay, so here is my tank. I'm really very excited about doing this, and I'm not going to do a whole unboxing. I'm just going to show you really quick. You know, we have our instructions and so forth, and here's how the kit comes. All right, it's molded in like a I guess you'd call that a tan color. I think this was a tank that was probably maybe used in desert warfare or something, but I'm really very excited about this. I went out and I got my military colors. I'll show you that quick. Here we go. I've got my military colors. Okay, so I'm trying to expand my horizons here from just doing cars and so forth, and I think that this is going to be a whole lot of fun, so I'm looking forward to doing that. All right, and let's see. I have mentioned this before, and I am going to get to this sometime this year. I've got a biplane here. This is a Revel kit, and I'm also going to be getting to this Italy fire truck. All right, so just a few things on the horizon for this upcoming year, and I'm all set. I've got my book all set up where I can keep, I keep my notes and so forth in here on the builds that I do. So we're all set and ready to go. So I think that'll do it. Let me mention my sponsor. Okay. You can get 10% off of all gallery airbrushes and Kaleido paints if you put in my discount code right there. Okay. And if you want to purchase on Amazon, you can do that. All right. There's the discount code if you want to purchase on Amazon right there. That's all in lowercase, by the way. All right. So you can get all your airbrushes, accessories, Kaleido paints on Amazon with that discount code. Okay. And if you want a shop card, you can send me an email. All right. And you will get a shop card. And for content creators, here's my mailing address right there. Okay. So if you want to send me a shop card, I will be happy to send one back. Okay, gang, I think that's going to do it. So thanks again for tuning in again. Watch out for those 2 Papa's Quick Hits that are coming up this week. And don't forget to check out Model Building in Retirement this coming Friday, the 16th of January at 7 p.m. Eastern, where Ken is going to put up with me as his guest. All right. So thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.